All right, you mentioned Amari Cooper. He makes this list. 5 most underrated wide receivers heading into the 2022 NFL season. This is from Sports4CLE, and Amari Cooper is third on the list. It goes Michael Thomas, Terry McLaurin, and Amari Cooper. I'm not sure how Michael Thomas is underrated. He hasn't played in a couple of years. For the most part, Cooper should be able to fly under the radar this season. Browns have always been run heavy. That's likely not going to change due to his soft-spoken personality and play. Cooper will keep a relatively low profile. But again, 2022 comes to an end. Expect him to be mentioned amongst the best receivers in the league. Cooper is known as a great route runner. I think, and again, not pending the potential suspension, that could be real interesting to see how that develops between Watson and Cooper.
Oh, absolutely. And I know it's OTAs. I know it doesn't mean anything. We've seen them connect a few times now. That has me excited. OTAs get me excited every year. It's some sort of football for the fandom to dissect and talk about. But I think Cooper is going to have a sensational year with Watson. He played well with Dak Prescott for the past 4 years. Last year in 2021, he had a bit of a regression of a year. He battled some injuries. He also wasn't the only guy there. He wasn't the guy there with CeeDee Lamb and others. But he had 68 catches, 865 yards, and 8 touchdowns. That sounds like a dream for the Browns. Coming off of last season and the previous season. He's going to be a huge contributor to this team. And also, he is a steal. That trade is still a steal because they traded him for essentially a 5th-round pick, and they swapped 6, or they swapped 5th, and it was a 6, whatever it was. But that's a steal. And then you look at the Devontae Adams deal and the Tyreek Hill deal and then the A.J. Brown deal, and then that's going to be the same thing for Terry McLaurin when he gets paid by whoever, DK Metcalf. They have a relatively cheap, quote-unquote cheap, contract in Cooper, and that's a huge thing because instead of paying a guy $27-28 million a year, they're only paying him about $22 million a year. So that's a significant, decrease.
Yeah, and that is very important when dealing with the salary cap.